Don't ask questions.
Look at the fact that this water is like an inaccurate blob of mass.
What the hell is even that?
Hello everybody, and how are you doing? Now, I'm going to apologise about the game I've got in the background, but my chat and my Saturday live stream decided it would be a good idea for me to play Skull Island Rise of Kong live on stream. And it was horrible. But they bought me the game, so I'm going to suffer through it, and they're going to suffer through it with me. But what's the news today? Well, in a couple of days, Quantum Error is coming out, and this game I've seen some controversy in the past, where the developers themselves were involving themselves in some type of console war. Now I had to go back through some other people's videos to find the receipts for this. Thank you for Tanga for making a video for me to find all this shit.
O locus ille, betus quondum nunc diminuit, nos destinatem matribus nunc fiuntur pes.
But I do remember it happened, so I needed to find some receipts, so I'll put them all on the screen. And now that the game's in early access for some people and reviewers, they're getting a lot of shit. And it seems like they don't like this shit neither, because people that are talking bad about the game on Twitter are getting blocked by the devs. So that just means they're salty. Salty about the fact that their game isn't performing very well, and it's had a very low Metacritic score. But there are people that are defending this game, as usual, because it's out on PlayStation first. It does have an Xbox and a PC release date further down the line. They haven't actually put the date out there yet, but to be honest with you, you can keep that shit on the PlayStation. Nobody else wants to play that garbage, because the gameplay looks absolutely horrible. Even a few months back when they showed the game, it looked horrible, and now, from what I've seen online, it still looks fucking horrible. So yeah, Dreamcast guy that is actually shitting on the game, and fair play to him, he's absolutely trashing the game for a change. He's not just shilling for a game that's only out on PlayStation. Well done, Dreamcast guy. Small W for you.
Worst PlayStation 5 game I have ever seen. I have literally beaten hundreds of games on my PS5 since launch, and some of them are good or some of them are bad, but this, it doesn't even feel like a video game. It is so busted, so broken, so bad, that I'm actually sort of nervous about talking about it. If even one person buys this game because of my video, I feel like a failure. This is $60 of reused assets, looping dungeons that don't make sense, and honestly, glitchy gameplay that's so terrible about 80% of the time, it doesn't even work. I don't know how PlayStation even approved this to go onto the PSN store. I honestly think this might need to get taken down if it doesn't get some substantial patches. That's how awful it is.
And we also have Reforged Gaming, who point blank refuses to review the game. Now, I don't know why not. If a game's shit or a game's good, you should review it. If it's a bad or a good one, it doesn't matter what you say about that game. You review the game and give people your honest thoughts about it. So I think he should have reviewed the game and just told everyone his honest opinions on it. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Reviews that's not glowing. So remember when I told you guys that there was a game that I got early access to that I would not be reviewing because I didn't want to publish a review that was just nothing but negative? That was the game that I was talking about. Yes, it's very bad, and I felt bad. I felt bad if I was going to do a review of it. So I did not want to publish a review where I was just like, yeah, I literally couldn't come up with anything good to say. I tried. Literally couldn't. The sound, the music is good. The music was pretty good, and I feel like they spent all their money on the cinematics. I feel like they spent their entire budget on the cinematics.
Coward! But the fun part is, people that are disgusted by this game, which are from the PlayStation community, and one of them was Foxy Games UK. So, Quantum Error is an unmitigated disaster, undeserving of $10, let alone his ridiculous $60 asking price. This is supposedly a hashtag PS5 game, but it looks very early PS3 game, shockingly bad. Absolutely stunned Sony allowed this travesty to release on PS Store.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
That's right, Foxy Games UK, you tell them. Give them shit for even releasing this game, because it honestly looks horrible. Just as horrible as the game I've got playing in the background. I've noticed some other guys shilling for this game completely, someone like Mr. Positive here, saying,
Quantum Error is so dope. It's everything I hoped it would be. And some of the things I didn't think I would need, I found within this game. Boss battles are superb, survival horror, some surprise things like vehicles. The hard difficulty is actually difficult. I actually can't wait until we can actually talk about this game in depth. For an indie game, this feels AAA. Great use of the DualSense. This is one of the studios at Sony, at PlayStation, blah blah blah. Should be keeping a close eye on. This is a winner, no cap.
And he's sharing all kinds of screenshots, and I'm wondering why is this guy so obsessed with this game and he likes it so much, only to find out that he was part of the game's development in some kind of way, because he's in the credits. That makes a lot of sense. That checks out. So he's shilling for the game just because he's in it. I've even seen Yongye in the credits.
I also loved how creamy and smooth the drink's texture was. I actually looked forward to drinking Soylent every day.
And I don't think he's going to shill for this game at all. I think he'll just stay silent about it. Obviously we got people console warring about it, so when this game was showed in the middle of this year, Unleashed here writes, Quantum Error.
Now one of my most anticipated games of the year. Thank you for taking advantage of the PS5's beastly SSD and not degrading the experience down to the bottom tier Xbox levels.
Oh, you gotta eat them words, boy. Honest to God, this is the worst thing you could have said, because you have to walk it all back when this happens, just a couple of days ago.
Unfortunately, they didn't have the support of Xbox shill review sites to inflate the scores, or else Quantum Error would have scored higher than both Redfall and Starfield. Keep it up at Quantum Error.
Honest to God, are you shilling for the game or are you shitting on it? I don't know at this point, but the fact that he says keep it up Quantum Error tells me that he is definitely shilling for this game, and I don't know how. Also, further to console war, it says real gamers know it, somehow comparing it to Starfield. These games are two totally different games.
Xbox fanboy jumping with joy over Quantum Error reviews. Calm down, Xbox is still the worst.
And comparing it to Crossfire X. Everyone that plays Xbox, or everyone that is an Xbox fanboy, even said Crossfire X was shit. Apparently the campaign was good, but the multiplayer was fucking awful. But I don't really know. It didn't look interesting to me in the slightest, so I didn't even touch it. Same thing with Quantum Error. The only way I touch that game is if my chat do the same thing to me again. Buy me it so I have to play it on stream. Trust me guys, I really don't want you to get this from me. Des, don't you fucking dare. The funny part of this was when Quantum Error actually said they'd finally gone gold. Dreamcast guy was so excited, he was like, let's go! That backfired on him as well. And we have some idiots out here saying,
when you realise hashtag PlayStation didn't fund Quantum Error, but Xbox funded 100% of Redfall.
What fucking difference does that make, tit? If a game's bad, the game's bad. You can just call it out for what it is. Doesn't matter who made the game. Yes, Xbox took a massive fucking L with Redfall, but for these developers to console war about this game before it came out, they've got to take a massive L themselves. Okay, that will about do it from me. I just found this to be quite a funny story. Something that popped up on my timeline, and while I was streaming fucking Skull Island, my chat reminded me about it, and I thought I'd look into it and see what was happening. I just found it to be fucking hilarious. Let me hear what you guys think in the comments. I honestly don't know at this point. PlayStation fanboys are actually rotting my brain cells, and I don't know how I'm going to fucking carry on, to be honest, but if you like this video, do the usuals, do me a favour, like, comment, share, subscribe, if you so choose to. I can't really be arsed. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey, you guys are the best part of my day. It's like one of those things where like you think that, but like we said, dude.